December 28th, 2025. A Ukrainian FPV drone is chasing a Russian soldier. The soldier, who was alone on the front lines in open terrain, tried to escape when attacked by the drone. But look at the terrain. There's nowhere for him to hide here. The Russian soldier had a weapon, but he couldn't find a suitable position to defend himself. The Russian soldier, who was trying to escape by running in circles, failed to escape the drone. A Ukrainian FPV drone operator was searching for Russian soldiers in the Pokrovsk region. Shortly thereafter, he spotted a Russian military unit moving along the road and immediately launched an attack. The Russian soldier, standing at the rear of the group, on top of the vehicle, became the target of the rapidly approaching drone. Now watch carefully. While returning, the drone suddenly spotted a Russian soldier standing motionless under a tree. It immediately made a quick maneuver and took up an attack position. Although the drone came to attack, the Russian soldier still did not move. But why did he choose to do this? While lying in wait, a Ukrainian FPV drone spotted two Russian soldiers passing by and immediately attacked. One of the soldiers, who fled in different directions, became the target of the FPV drone. Despite firing repeatedly, the Russian soldier hiding behind the tree failed to shoot down the drone. This is the Lyman region, and the Ukrainian Signum Battalion targeted Russian soldiers attempting to establish positions in the area. Drones that managed to penetrate deep into the forest carried out relentless attacks. In the Lyman region, Russian soldiers are attempting to establish defenses in forested areas instead of trenches. Look at the Russian soldiers. Russian soldiers under attack in the Donetsk, Pokrovsk, and Lyman regions are becoming targets of drones one by one. Russian forces, struggling to advance on the front lines with insufficient ammunition and under extremely difficult conditions, are suffering heavy losses. One of the striking things is that some soldiers do not even have weapons. This situation stems from the Ukrainian forces' constant attacks on logistics areas. As a result of the attacks, Russian forces are unable to deliver sufficient ammunition and weapons to soldiers on the front lines. What do you think about drone attacks? If you were on the front lines, how would you hide? This time, the target of the attack is most likely a Russian soldier whose motorcycle broke down or ran out of fuel and stopped on the road. There, he spotted the drone and started to run away. There is nowhere to hide, and he tries to hide behind an electricity pole. But did you notice that the Russian soldier doesn't even have a weapon? Before long, the drone hit the soldier. Now let's look at the Russian soldiers who came under attack on a logistics route in the Donetsk region. They are again being attacked in a very bad area. Despite firing repeatedly at the drone, the two soldiers were unable to land a direct hit, and one of the soldiers was unable to escape the attack and lost his life. Look closely at the Russian soldier. He is trying to hide behind the tree. This shows us the helplessness of Russian soldiers on the front line. His only advantage against the drone is trying to dodge the attack by taking cover, but despite all his efforts, he fails. When the drone finds a suitable position, it hits the soldier. This is the Donetsk region. The Ukrainian 3rd Assault Brigade launched an operation in the early hours of the morning, targeting Russian military vehicles, equipment, and soldiers. With the arrival of winter, the front line has turned into a swamp. Russian soldiers are struggling to advance on the front line. If you look closely at the attacks, you will see that Russian soldiers generally move around alone or in pairs. In addition, Russian forces have now almost abandoned the tactic of digging trenches. Did you see the Russian soldier crawling through the bushes, trying to hide from the drones? But he doesn't realize he's already been spotted by the reconnaissance drone. It soon became clear that another Russian soldier was in the same place. However, the drone was carrying only one bomb. Waiting for the right moment, the Ukrainian drone dropped the bomb on the Russian soldier the instant he stood still. The bomb fell directly on the soldier. Ukraine's fiber optic drone attacks continue even at night. Drones equipped with night vision systems targeted Russian soldiers who thought they were safe in the area. A Russian soldier advancing on the front line on a motorcycle suddenly encountered a fiber optic drone. Panicking, the soldier fell off the motorcycle, but it was too late to get up and run away. Russian forces using various off-road vehicles, such as motorcycles, to move faster on the front lines, are actually becoming easier targets for drones. This is where we see how vulnerable they are in these attacks. The Russian soldier, who was trying to hide but was actually successful, comes under attack from the drone when he starts to move. The attack may appear to target a civilian vehicle, but there are Russian soldiers inside the vehicle. The FPV drone operator, who managed to cut off the vehicle's path with a quick maneuver, got out of the vehicle and managed to target the soldiers who had gotten out to defend themselves. Russian military communications equipment and vehicles used by Russian soldiers were again targeted in the same area. Ukrainian forces are determined to pursue all possible targets. Ukrainian forces constantly employ the tactic of lying in wait on the roads, remaining motionless and attacking. This means that soldiers who fail to spot the drones in advance do not have enough time to even use their weapons. Attacks also continued unabated against Russian soldiers trying to hide in buildings in abandoned areas. Efforts are being made to push Russian forces back from their positions. Russian soldiers who thought they were safe in the darkness of night now face drone attacks even at night. Ukrainian forces, using more advanced systems to carry out drone attacks, can now attack continuously, day and night. Moreover, it appears that Russian soldiers couldn't even see exactly where the drone was during attacks carried out in the dark. Drones are increasingly being modified and used in various alternative attack methods. What other types of drone attacks do you think will emerge? Is it possible to mount weapons on a drone and use it on the front lines? Look at the soldiers hiding in the building. When they see the drones in front of them, they panic and don't know what to do. Defending against drones must be really difficult. A Ukrainian F-16 fighter jet used an American-made AIM-9 Sidewinder air-to-air missile to take down a Russian long-range Shahed drone. A Ukrainian fiber optic drone managed to infiltrate Russian positions in the Sumy region. Performing precise maneuvers, the drone detected the artillery used by Russian forces in the area. And now, the attacks are beginning. The locations of Russian artillery pieces that have been shelling Ukrainian defensive positions in the same area for weeks have been identified one by one and destroyed. Russian forces, who thought they were very well camouflaged, have left their equipment completely defenseless. Drones armed with high explosives have eliminated highly costly military weapons. Moreover, this was achieved using drones costing only a few $100s. Here's another very interesting attack. A Russian soldier was spotted just sitting in a snow-covered area. He noticed the drone but continued to sit. What was the reason for this? A momentary panic or giving up? A Ukrainian MiG-29 fighter jet carried out 2 high-precision strikes with hammer bombs on an area where Russian assault forces had gathered and deployed to retake positions. The rapidly advancing drone attacks a Russian soldier trying to hide in a strange position on the road. Look here, these are just a few of the attacks that have prevented Russian forces from delivering adequate logistical support to the front lines. Despite being attacked, Russian soldiers continue to insist on using this route. which is constantly targeted by Ukrainian FPV drones and fiber optic drones. Ukrainian reconnaissance drones are constantly searching the area and immediately report the location of any convoy or military vehicle they spot, allowing FPV drones to launch an attack right away. Here's another soldier who chose a bad route on the front line. The Russian soldier riding a motorcycle, especially in these harsh weather conditions, soon encounters a drone attack. There's nowhere to escape. Moreover, the drone moves faster than the motorcycle. And another soldier in the pocket with the same military vehicle. The soldier, trying to escape into the wooded area, can't seem to find a suitable position. The fighting continues without interruption across the front lines, especially in the east, like Donetsk and Pokrovsk areas. Russian forces are trying to hold on to their positions and make small gains, but they're paying a heavy price with increasing casualties every day. Ukrainian troops are prioritizing drone strikes to stop any Russian advances, hitting their supply lines, vehicles, and positions effectively, which is slowing down the Russian momentum significantly. With the arrival of winter, look at the situation on the front. It is now very difficult to advance. Taking advantage of this, Ukrainian forces are constantly attacking Russian troops that have taken up defensive positions. Do you think this escalating war on the front lines will end in the new year, or will it intensify further? Share your thoughts in the comments.